Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. I had a wonderful conversation yesterday with a good friend of mine, Keith Keller. Keith is a global social audio expert, and Keith took a few moments yesterday to jump on a live call with myself over at school. I'm building a community. It's called Your Stage. It's designed for content creators, coaches, and entrepreneurs, those who want to go live, those who want to build a live content strategy, or perhaps improve an existing live content strategy. We're designing and building a community that is there to support wherever you are, wherever you find yourself on your live journey. We're creating a place where live minded professionals can meet and support one another. Come look us up, come hang out with us. Yesterday, we had a wonderful conversation. In fact, the conversation went on for almost 3 hours. But part of that conversation was addressing a question that Mark Swanson asked me over at Substack. The question was around mic bleed. And who better to answer the question and have the conversation other than Keith Keller? So I'm going to drop a clip from our conversation that we had yesterday over at school. And the community, once again, is called Your Stage. Enjoy the clip. I'm not going to play all 3 hours of it, but come hang out with us. Come see what we're building. Come be part of what we're building over at school. I'm excited to invite you, and I'm excited to welcome you to my school community. Bye for now. All right, so we are recording. We are live. Thanks for joining me, Keith. This is a fantastic opportunity. Happy New Year. Have we spoken since the year has kicking off? I can't remember.
It's almost the end of January, and it's bloody hot here. We Aussies usually have January off because there's so much going on. We live near the beach. The kids are home from school, and a lot of Aussies have a January off. It's nearly the end of January, and I'm starting to get a bit itchy. I want to get into it. I want to get into the year. I've had my holidays, and I want to get going.
Well, I got going. Full guns blazing after the holidays, came out of holiday hibernation, and I ended the year talking about starting up a community. And what better time than January? Just you kick off the new year. Yes, it may not be perfect, but you and I have always traditionally been open to building our brands in public and just showing up where you are and not looking back. It's only going to get better as we move forward. And here I am. I made the commitment. I was dabbling and kind of undecided as to where to plant my community roots. And I made the decision to plant the roots here in school. Now, I am on the hobby or hobbyist plan. And let me tell you, it's still robust for what it does and what it offers. It still offers an opportunity for monetization down the road when I'm ready to break up in this program or this community into different tiers. But right now, we're opening the doors. We're bringing everyone in for free. We're helping those who are joining us build this community and have it purpose built for those who want their voice, their vision amplified. They want the visibility through a live content strategy. And what better place to do it to bring live-minded people and professionals together.
Live-minded people. That's clever.
Bring us all together. And this isn't exclusively a community for individuals who haven't gone live. I want this to be as diverse and versatile, where the subject matter experts who have already gone live and have something to share, have valuable insights that will help new members who are aspiring to build a live strategy, whether it's a live marketing strategy, a live community building strategy, whatever your desire. If it includes live, we are welcoming everyone to this place. We called it, or I called it, Your Stage, because it's not my stage alone. This is our stage, and you're helping me build mine. And I will bring subject matter experts like Keith, who is the social audio specialist. He will be able to answer all our audio questions and be the resource. I don't want to be the one who's making stuff up and have someone question me. I'm here to lead, support, and develop those who want to build a stage, but I know my limitations. But if I surround myself with the resources and know who to go to or know who to introduce you to for a particular area, that'll make your live event explosive and memorable. This is the place to be.
It's actually quite poignant because I yesterday was playing around with the Zoom P2, which is a smaller version of the Zoom P4. It's about half the price and half the features. But I thought, look, I'll just play around with it. I'm on holidays and I'm sort of itchy to get back. My shows don't start till February. And then we had a question from the audience. Keith, America, how How do you cope with this? Is such a great question. Mic bleed if people are in the same room. Just imagine setting the scene. I don't know this person. I haven't asked him, but just imagine you're sitting at a table and two people are talking, and when the person talks, that person comes in on your mic, and when you talk, that person comes in on their mic, and there's this muddle. Right? Bloody hard to edit. Really hard. Really, really hard. I'm sure most people have this problem when they're trying to start a podcast with two people. And I thought, I think I know the answer to that. And I thought, well, why don't we have a bit of fun and guess what might happen? I've never done that exact scenario, but I think I know what's happening just in the law of acoustics. And I think that would be a fun discussion. We've had a real question from the real world, from your audience.
That's right.
Right? And that's a very good example of what school's about. You might not know the answer, but I probably do, and I'm happy to help. So tell me about how that happened. How did this person on Substack reach out to you? And tell me that sort of story about how you put a post out and you got a question back. And that's going to be our theme now, I think.
That might just be our theme. Let me just pull it up right now. So I put out a post in an unrelated topic. The Substack article was titled "Coaches versus Consultants versus Strategists. Who do you need as you step into live streaming?" So I broke down the differences between needing a coach and what a coach is in comparison to a consultant and to a strategist. And Mark Swanson, who is currently following me, asked the question: so how do you suggest handling mic bleed for people who are in the same room? And on an unrelated topic, but nonetheless, he recognizes that I might be or know someone who might be able to answer the question. And I am just humbled by the fact that someone would look up to me as the subject matter expert to drop that question. And of course, I got to admit, what little I know, I learned in a very short period of time. And I wasn't about to step on a soapbox and share alone what I had learned. I was trying to tag you and credit you as the subject matter expert who would probably be better suited to answer the question. But I gave an attempt based on what I know. And my response to a great question was, and I'll read this verbatim here: I'll answer the question as best I can, but give full credit to Keith Keller, who's the social audio specialist. So for me, what I've learned from what you've shared, and what I'll continue to learn and I'll continue to share as I learn, mic selection has a big deal to do with this. When I started live streaming, now keep me honest, keep me humble here, but when I started with a condenser mic. Does that play into the equation of mic bleeding? Do dynamic mics bleed less than?
Yeah. Well, we got a real example. Like, we're recording this is so cool. So that would have been there's two things I would have suggested. We're having just a bit of fun with this today, and this is going to be the theme of your school community question and answer. So the first idea is, what mic are you using? A condenser mic, and that's what will be on the packet. The condenser mic picks up everything. People in the room, the dogs barking, the people mowing the lawn, wife putting the microwave on for dinner, kids screaming because it's still school holidays here. The advantage of a condenser mic is they're usually pretty affordable, and they sound fantastic in the right room because they give you a lot of breathiness. They sound very natural. They sound like you're sitting on the couch with your best friend and you're just chatting. They sound great in the right setting, and they're quite affordable. So a condenser mic will pick up lots of noise. My gut feeling, my guess, without asking this person, is they're probably using a condenser mic. And so the mic that they're using is picking up the other people's voice, mic bleed. That person is speaking and it's coming in on his mic bleed. Now, in the worst case scenario, that sounds like feedback, like a Jimi Hendrix concert. And you get this really massive feedback loop, and at the end of the day, it becomes unworkable. I don't know if you've ever heard that happen, but it sort of like starts with this slow screech, and then suddenly it's unworkable. You've got to turn everything off. And that's just because the one mic is feeding into the other mic and feeding back into the other. We call that feedback, right? It's feeding back into. So we can ask, get a dynamic mic, a Shure SM58, a Samson 2QU. They're not very dear, $70, $80.